Chem strike available. Friendly chem strike incoming. Soldier, your sentry gun is ready.
What up, Donna?
Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today, I am going to demand you to camp. That's right, rein in the downvotes, what is this, Reddit? Rein in the dislikes, rein in all of the hate comments and everything, because I want to encourage you today to sit back, relax, and don't move at all in Call of Duty. I assure you I will explain myself here throughout this video. It's not as dramatic as I made it out to be. And the gameplay behind you is going to be a throwback all the way back to Modern Warfare 3. What was that, like 4 years ago now? That's insanity to me of how long ago that was. It just feels like yesterday. It is a really good gameplay. I think I've probably used this on my channel before. It's a fantastic gameplay. M.O.A.B here with the UMP Golden. Like I said, got all the guns gold, baby. And I am going to be, as you can probably guess in this game, I am going to be camping. I'm also using the beloved camper-friendly tools, the motion sensor, which is incredibly overpowered, as well as the C4, which is incredibly powerful. We're playing on the first DLC map that we got from Modern Warfare 3, that is Piazza, one of my favorite maps, I guess in all of Call of Duty. I really like the Modern Warfare 3 maps, but you're gonna see exactly how big of a camper I truly am. So why in the world, Donuts, are you telling us to camp? I thought you had an entire series, Call of Duty Tactics, several series throughout the history of your channel, just trying to make us better Call of Duty players. What happened? Have you given up? Have you finally given in to your camper side and really truly only care about camping? Well, the answer to that is, in short, obviously not. There is a method to my madness, and hopefully you guys stick around to figure out why. However, in practice, I do want you guys to actually camp. That part is legitimate. I do really actually want you to pick one area of the map. It doesn't really necessarily matter what area of the map, just some area of the map. In Black Ops 3 and Ghost or whatever Call of Duty you play, I only mentioned that because we're playing Modern Warfare 3 here, but here I'm picking this one area here near the staircase in this very tight little hallway. You can pick, on Hunted you have some of those rooms. You can pick that house on Hunted. The house on Hunted is a very good common camping spot. The trouble you're going to have in Black Ops 3 is that the camping spots are fairly obvious, more so in Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 4, World at War, even Black Ops 1 had some more easily campable areas, which you can get away with camping a little bit better in those games than you can in these newer games. What I want you to do is once you're set up, once you've got the campfire going, you've put up your tent and you're reading ghost stories to everybody, I want you just to sit tight there for an entire game. Just an entire game, a game session perhaps, as long as it takes, however long it takes you to go positive, to get a 2 KD, to win more gunfights than you lose, to get your biggest, baddest kill streak. I want you to do that, and as soon as you accomplish that, I want you to play that same map again, and then change your location. If you were on, let's go back to Hunted. If you were playing, if you were in that C building on Hunted, go to the A building. If once you get a 2-3 KD, once you get your biggest, baddest kill streak on the A building in Hunted, go to the water and make it your duty to never ever leave that water. And don't be shy with this either. Get the Sixth Sense, get the tracker, get the ghost, get the hardwired, get the tac mask, the flag jacket, everything you can. Get the trophy system, get the C4 going, especially in Black Ops 3. The Black Ops 3 C4 is like a motion sensor in and of itself. You can just throw it down and just use it as a motion sensor. But do that, go hard on it and camp. And after a game session, after a couple game sessions, after a couple months, maybe, possibly, hopefully, you would have been camping all around the map. You have multiple games where you're camping in different areas. One time you're on C, one time you're on A, one time you're in the water. And finally, once you're done with that, what I want you to do is the next game is I want you to camp in those areas, but for a shorter duration of time as I pick up the M.O.A.B in this one area that I started the game in. And as you go throughout your entire game, as the game progresses, I want you to get in as many camping spots as you possibly can. I want you to go to each and every building that you were camping in before. I want you to use every opportunity to camp in a different area. And after a while, you would have realized that maybe, possibly, you're actually rushing. Camping all across the map in certain set camping spots, in certain advantageous camping spots, or choke points, or lanes, or buildings, or whatever you will call it, really gives you the effect like you are actually rushing. But Donuts, why not just try rushing around all the time? Why are you making us camp and stop running around and stop rushing around? Even if the spawns flip, don't stop camping. Why are you telling us this, Donuts? Well, because there is actually a lot of information and a lot of skill, yes, skill, that you acquire when you're camping. There are 3 main skill sets that you develop very, very well, that I developed very, very well in Modern Warfare 3, that I use today when I'm rushing. All the way back from when I started camping, I'm using these techniques in rushing today. What are those 3 techniques? Well, well, I guess the dynamics would be the spawn knowledge, the route running knowledge, and the minimap usage. When you are not running, when you're sitting by, you get the chance, you get the opportunity to look at your minimap. And if you know my Call of Duty Tactics video, you know very, very well how powerful the minimap really is. When you're not running around, you can use the minimap all the time. Most of the time, you can see where your teammates are going, and you can see where the enemies are coming from. This is the route running ability. This is the enemy. You're able to find the enemies and understand where the enemies are spawning, and you're able to understand where the enemies are most likely going to. Especially in Black Ops 3, these maps all flow in a certain way. The key to good route running is to be able to run routes that are unpredictable, run the routes that aren't common. When you're camping, you see, you recognize, and you understand the common routes. But as soon as you start to attempt to rush, you know what routes not to take. You know exactly who's waiting for you to sprint around in the open. You know exactly where your enemies are determines where the enemies are coming from. Did I say that correctly? Where your teammates are determines directly where the enemies are coming from. There are moments in Modern Warfare 3 where I would actually camp just the whole game, and I was able to understand, hey, all of my teammates are away from me. And I was able to predict the enemies are going to spawn from here, they're going to kill me from here, they're going to have an advantage over me here, I'm going to try to get to here to win, but ultimately the spawns would flip and I would die through some reason because I was camping and I didn't flip with the spawns. Black Ops 3, I believe more than any other Call of Duty, is more about your ability to choose good routes, to recognize traffic flow and traffic patterns, and being able to fold back, to roll back, to, I don't know what they call it exactly in like soccer terms, to fall back on the field and to flip spawns at the correct time. And believe it or not, this is indeed a skill that you can very easily harness when you're camping. When you're running around, you are not always watching the minimap. I usually am because I camped beforehand. I know how powerful the minimap is. But when you are running around, you are now affecting spawns yourself. You are pulling on the spawns yourself, and you're not you're not observing the fluidity, and you're not observing the effects of these spawns on your team and the game itself. Now, of course, this is not the end goal of Call of Duty. I don't want you to stay in your comfort zone, in your tight little camping tent corner, because honestly, that's not as much fun as running around and doing well. It's not as fast paced, controlling your own pace, you can learn that from camping as well, but it is more rewarding. This is still kind of an arcadey shooter that running around definitely helps you get into more engagements, and I guarantee you that's something you're going to find. When I camped in Modern Warfare 3 a lot, I found that I probably didn't get as many kills as I do here in Black Ops 3, even Call of Duty Ghost, a really supposedly camper-friendly game. I probably got more kills in Ghost because I was able to run around, to move around the map, and to effectively predict where the enemy is going to be, and then effectively take them out as they were spawning or as they were running routes or etc. So yes, of course the goal is to rush, and I apologize about the screen right now. My Xbox went to bed almost. Here, I'll toggle the joystick to wake it up here in a moment. I promise you. But yes, there we go. I promise you, learning how to camp and being effective at camping can indeed definitely does help you in rushing and your route running abilities, all of what I've been preaching this entire video. Again, I cannot say it anymore because I know how big I'm kind of hyping this up. The goal is to not camp. The goal is to run around effectively and know what is going to happen, where you run around to, and why you're running around. So maybe if you camped a little bit more, you could be more adequate at rushing. That is a 55-11 game with a M.O.A.B on a domination on Piazza. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you did, and until the next absolutely beautiful Call of Duty morning, I will catch up with you guys later. And as always, have a great day.